Hello, this is not a spring chicken. I don't know about you, but is watching the stock market resembling more of a sporting match now? Anyway, I know it's not a funny thing to think about, but I have a feeling that most of us are taking a look at our finances more seriously. But you know, take a look carefully. And actually, it's probably a good time to understand what's more behind them. But for now, we'll bring oldecam on for comments on the headlines of today.
Basically, unfortunately, folks, is a lot of the same news from yesterday, except worse.
I know, that's what I'm looking at. I'm going, is this the same news? Panic strangles Asian markets, Nikkei down more than 10%.
Yeah, and basically their markets are closed now, but our markets have been down as low as 700 again this morning.
It's all over for McCain, but the actual voting.
You know, that's what it, okay, we put it out. The big thing on the internet is that the fix is in, and they can guarantee that almost 100% of the absentee ballots in this nation will be counted for Obama.
Now, statistical odds for that?
It's impossible. See, they ask you, but how is that possible? And they said, well, because most of the absentee ballots are being filed in areas where the Democratic Party controls the ballot box.
Oil prices dropped to one-year low of $82 on fears of global slowdown.
Well, yeah, I mean, they basically, the Muslims shot themselves in the foot over oil. Well, they owe tons of money.
They do?
They owe lots of money on things that they're having built.
Oh, well, you know, I kept thinking they had all this money because...
No, they spend it. They put it back in. They put it into military equipment. They put it into infrastructure, and they're not going to be able to pay the bills with the prices going down.
Oh, because they thought it was going to stay high for a long time.
They intended to keep it high.
Yeah. U.S. nearing decision to remove North Korea from terror blacklist.
I don't understand that one. They're getting ready to restart the nuclear reactors so they can sell the stuff to people.
Yeah, okay. Palin preempts state report, clears self and probe.
Yeah, well, basically she gave out all the information that the Alaskan nonpartisan group put together. So, okay, they're going to say that she should be immediately removed from office sometime this afternoon or Monday.
Wow, imagine that.
I know, isn't that something?
States and cities look for signs of a thaw in the credit freeze.
It has nothing to do with credit. It has to do with money. There is no cash in the system.
Couple treated for minor injuries after dolphin leaps into boat.
I know, dolphin basically didn't make it. He's probably trying to jump over the top and landed in a boat and hit the two people, unfortunately.
Oh, that's probably true. He was probably showing off.
Yeah.
Dalai Lama's gallstone surgery ends successfully, aide says.
Yeah, I don't know what. Nowadays, they just generally they blast those things with sonic sound instead of surgery.
Financial turmoil, weaker sales batter GM sales.
Yeah,
and we really mean batter.
I mean, the company, okay, only one out of every three autos are being, one out of every three automobiles that are being sold is actually getting financed, and basically there's just not enough to go around for all the companies.
Banks borrow record amount from the Fed.
They aren't giving, nobody's getting any loans.
New AIG loan renews concerns over insurers' health.
Yeah, because they borrowed another, basically, like I said, it's up to $135 billion they've borrowed now, and there's still no signs of life in the company.
Well, they did cancel some of their planned excursions.
I know, for 100 and some real estate agencies, over 400,000 real estate agents, over 400, I mean, insurance agents for over, there was a lot of money in stupidity.
States, cities look for thaw and credit freeze. Oh, that is worth repeating, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's not happening. I mean, Villa Grossa's $5 billion housing project is gone.
Election officials deny illegally purging voters.
What it was is they went through and somebody pushed the delete button, and nothing is deleted. You just got, they pay people lots of money to undelete things that were deleted on systems.
GPS could save airlines time and fuel.
I hate to tell the people that did this study, but all of
Aren't they using it anyway?
They use GPS. That's sad. That's how they know where they're at nowadays with the GPS system.
I mean,
you know, it's another one of these studies. At least the guys making studies are making money.
I mean, isn't there that was the best thing out of that study?
Yeah.
McCain, Obama linked to ex-radical is honesty issue.
It is. I mean, first of all, the guy, he basically, Obama changes what he says almost every day about errors. You know, like that he didn't really know the man very well and only met him barely met him. Well, he'd known him since he held his first political fundraiser at Ayer's house. They sat on the same boards together.
And of course he didn't know him.
And they've had dinner at Obama's house together many times.
Of course, Obama did say yesterday that an acorn doesn't fall far from the tree.
That's right.
Okay. Bad timing on that one, right?
Yeah.
Suspected U.S. missile strike reported in Pakistan.
There's nothing suspected about it. They're firing missiles at the people fleeing into Pakistan. It's what happens when a Muslim government basically overthrows a democracy, even though they did it by the ballot.
Palin wrongly suggests Congress bans oil exports.
Well, no, she didn't wrongly suggest. They do. They said they don't technically ban them. There's that they're playing with words again. They don't approve of them, but they don't ban them.
Tropical species also threatened by climate change.
That one I don't understand because those tropical species enjoy the hotter weather.
Thousands of al-Sadr supporters mourn lawmaker.
Well, yeah, because he was a hardline Muslim, so.
North Korea preparing to restart the atomic facility.
I know, and we're preparing to take him off the terrorist list.
I know.
I know, brilliant.
Freed Thai protest leaders roar defiance of government.
Yeah, because they want him overthrown, because their rebels always want the elected government overthrown.
Imagine that. States cut spending, put projects on hold.
Yeah, because, okay, nobody has any money. They got tons of credit, they don't have any money, and they can't, because no money is coming in, they can't buy anything on credit.
Oil plummets to $82 on global slowdown fears.
It's going to go slower. It was probably, I think it was in the 70s when this thing was picked up off the computer.
Rate cuts loosens credit only at the margins.
Nobody can borrow anything.
Stocks are on track for their worst year since 1937.
Yeah, well, okay. The stock market, says Bill Clinton, has grown 2 to 3 times of what it should be. It should be 3 to 4,000. It's heading towards the 7s now.
Well, governor optimistic short-term loans will come.
That's Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it's not going to happen. There's no money.
Wells Fargo's $12 billion bid rests Wachovia from Citigroup.
And that could cost them, that $12 billion bid, by the time the Citicorp gets done with them, could be $200 billion in legal action against them.
Ooh, Morgan Stanley credit rating may be cut by Moody's.
The company lost, I think, almost 30% of its net worth yesterday, and it's been collapsing ever since they did the bailout of Goldman Sachs.
Uh-oh. Is National City next?
Yeah, another major bank is collapsing.
Where are they based out of?
Well, I mean, it's basically, I don't know, Steve, they have National Bank out here. Some of those, you see the weird-looking thing that says National Bank in Nevada. They're big, and
Really?
they just don't have any cash.
Obama and the Bradley effect.
Well, yeah, basically, I love this one. People lie to pollsters.
Oh my, they do?
Yeah.
Imagine that. A ship carrying cement to the East Africa country has been hijacked.
Yeah, Somalia pirates. I don't see why they just don't take the navies of the world and shut Somalia off from anybody else.
Preventing illegal immigrants from obtaining a Texas driver's license has upset immigrant groups.
I know. Okay. What about the word illegal do the people that are here illegal not understand?
Well, part of it is the illegal ones expect that they should have the same rights as citizens.
The people that are here as citizens. Well, they also say that, gringo, this is our country, you get out of it.
Americans tightening belts.
Yeah, there's nothing more to tighten most of the people. When Bill O'Reilly says he's lost everything that he had in the stock market, basically that's a bad sign.
That's bad. Because he's got professional money managers.
That's right, and they still lost it.
Stone says no malice intended in W.
Yeah, well, the critics have said it's a very even-handed approach. Of course, the critics are all the same people that worship Michael Moore, who's anti-Republican entirely.
Alaska report demand gelling of Palin.
That's what basically the assumption is that report says.
Well, of course they went through all that effort. They were just looking for documentation, right?
Yeah, which they actually couldn't find.
Monty Bubbleism from the Mark Twain of the Animal Kingdom.
Okay, you're not really a winner if you have to cheat to win.